Hello again, this is a video about string crossings in Bach. And crossing the strings with your bow is one of the more challenging things that we have to do. It's much easier to stay on a single string, but in Bach, as you probably know, crossing strings is a very nice thing because we have four-part writing often in Bach. Even though we don't have quadruple stops, there's still four-part writing. And generally speaking, the sopranos are your top string, the bass is the low string, tenors, altos. It's not always that way, but that's a good way to think about it. Okay, so if you imagine a balloon in your armpit that sort of brings this arm up, not only does it bring this arm up, but if you're relaxed in your spine, it kind of brings everything up, and it's a wonderful feeling. And your skeleton and your muscles are supported in this position. And yes, you do have a skeleton inside you. Every once in a while I remember that and I get scared. I'm scared of my own skeleton. But we all have one inside of us. And the muscles operate that skeleton. So here we are, hanging out up here. So string crossings, they're separate bow. Like if we take the end of the G major prelude, or for violinists, you've got this famous or infamous passage, from the Preludio of the third partita. Very quickly, I'll try to make this brief. It's easier to drop, 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 drop than it is to lift, 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 lift. And we have the resistance of resisting gravity to thank for that. So whenever you have crossings between two strings, if you levitate, float up your right arm to the level of the lower string, which is higher in space, it'll be easier. So rather than this, rather than having my arm down here and my ribs hanging out here, and I can feel that all of these lifts to get me to the D string are a little bit more tiring than if I have the balloon in my armpit and my muscles take my skeleton and I play with my arm on the D string. I don't feel tired at all. Drop, 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 rather than lift, lift, lift.